Don't look at it. Shut your eyes, Mary, and don't look at it no matter what happens.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 films we can't believe we watched as kids. For this list, we'll be looking at the most scary, traumatic, and unbelievable children's movies we were subjected to at a young age. Brace yourself and let us know if we missed anything in the comments below. Number 10, Coraline. Buttons for eyes? No thanks. Based on the 2002 novel of the same name, Coraline is just one of those kids' movies that's tailor-made to give you nightmares.
No way! You're not sewing buttons in my eyes!
Oh, but we need a yes if you want to stay here.
We're sure you all remember it just fine. Yes, we all share the same trauma, but in case you don't, we'll give you a refresher. Our protagonist, Coraline, wishes she had adults who cared about her more. This wish is ultimately granted when she discovers a portal to a parallel universe. As is the narrative standard, there's always a catch. Unsurprisingly, there's something more sinister at play in this world, and we're not just talking about the button eyes.
Don't remember our names, but I remember my true mommy.
The movie is also comprised of stop-motion animation, which perfectly fits its creepy vibe. Number 9, All Dogs Go to Heaven. Dogs are great. It's hard to imagine wanting to see anything bad happen to them, which is what makes this next movie so difficult to watch.
Charlie? Ain't you supposed to be on death row?
No, I ain't supposed to be on death row.
Don Bluth's All Dogs Go to Heaven follows Charlie, a dog whose life is taken by his best dog friend. That's already wild as it is, but then Charlie decides to cheat death so he can return to Earth and murder his murderer. Yeah, dark stuff.
You thought I was dead? So will Carface. But your rat killed me. Well, try to kill me. I'm gonna make him pay.
The movie is actually quite poignant and has a lot to say about the nature of life and death, but it's still a tough pill to swallow either way when you're about 10 years old. There's one sequence in particular where Charlie dreams about hell that still gives us nightmares to this very day. Number 8, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. You probably associate Roald Dahl with a lot of your favorite kids' books. The Big Friendly Giant, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and Matilda, to name a few.
I'm smart, you're dumb. I'm big, you're little. I'm right, you're wrong. And there's nothing you can do about it.
You can also probably draw a line directly back to him from the things that scared you most as a child, including this movie.
Chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. Oh, you pretty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, we love you.
Dahl co-wrote the screenplay for Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and while we have no proof, the child catcher feels like something straight out of his brain. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang has some normal, family-friendly musical moments, but the child catcher totally scared the ever-loving Chitty out of us when we were kids.
Come along, ladies. Go inside, little baby. Go inside, my little dears.
Number 7, Stand By Me. This film is a wonderful coming-of-age movie. Having said that, it might be best to wait a little while before you show it to your kids.
I don't shut up.
Shut up, I grow up. And when I look at you, I throw up.
And then your mother goes around the corner and she licks it up.
Oh!
Stand By Me follows 4 boys who set out looking for a dead body, hoping it will garner them some positive attention from their town. The movie explores themes of death, growing up, and friendship, and has some genuinely beautiful moments between the 4 boys on their adventure.
I'm not sure it should be a good time. You saying you want to go back? No. But going to see a dead kid, maybe it shouldn't be a party.
But the moment where they actually discover the body is quite jarring, and definitely had us losing sleep after we saw it.
There he is! I see him! Look! Look over there! I see him! I see him!
None of us could breathe.
Again, this is a great movie that deserves to be seen, maybe just at a bit of an older age. Number 6, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Harrison Ford, adventure, historical relics. What could go wrong? The The first installment in the Indiana Jones franchise is one of the best films to come out of the past 50 years. It may offer swashbuckling adventures for viewers of all ages, but it certainly has its fair share of scarring moments too. Throughout the film, Indy is trying to recover the ancient Ark of the Covenant before the Nazis do.
What do you want?
The same thing your friend Dr. Jones wanted. Surely he told you there would be other interested parties.
Must have slipped his mind.
The man is nefarious.
The Nazis eventually take hold of the Ark and open it to discover its power, much to their detriment. The level of face melting that takes place on screen is kind of crazy, even for those of us years beyond our coloring book days. Let's face it though, we all watched this when we were way too young. Number 5. Return to Oz. The 1939 The Wizard of Oz is one of the most beloved children's movies of all time. Sure, it has scary moments, but for the most part, it introduces kids to a magical, colorful world of enchantment. If you don't want to ruin that for yourself, we suggest skipping out on Return to Oz. In the movie, Dorothy finds herself in a very different, much more terrifying version of Oz.
I believe I'll lock you in the tower for a few years till your head is ready, and then I'll take it.
I believe you will not.
This Oz is ruled by the evil Gnome King, and everything Dorothy remembers, the yellow brick road, Emerald City, the lively citizens, has fallen into ruin. And it's not just Oz that's scary, no. The film opens with Dorothy in a sanitarium because her aunt and uncle don't believe her stories about Oz. Big yikes all around. Number 4. Gremlins. Christmas is usually a time of cheer. Usually. And while the gremlins in this movie might start out as cute little Furby-looking things, they certainly don't end up that way. This 1984 classic follows Billy, who receives a very unusual, very alive present from his father for Christmas. He names the creature Gizmo, and his father tells him 3 very specific rules for Gizmo's care. No light, no water, and absolutely no feeding after midnight.
Did you feed them after midnight?
Well, I gave them some chicken, but I made sure that it... No, wait a minute. I made sure.
Of course, rules end up broken, and Gizmo and his ilk end up terrorizing the town over the holidays. These cute little guys quickly become the stuff of nightmares. Number 3. Pinocchio. Disney sure has a knack for inadvertently scaring kids out of their wits, and Pinocchio is probably its worst offender.
And someday, I'm gonna be a real boy.
A real boy? It's my wish. It's come true.
The story of a puppet who wants to be a real boy is known to all, but we for one have blocked out the more terrifying details of this 1940s children's film. Throughout the course of the movie, one of Pinocchio's adventures takes him to Pleasure Island.
What'd I tell you? Ain't this a swell joint?
Yeah, being bad's a lot of fun, ain't it?
At Pleasure Island, little boys are allowed to drink, smoke, and gamble. As if that's not enough, the island is also cursed. In a horrifying sequence, the boys are turned into donkeys and sold off to work in salt mines. There's also a monstrous whale, fittingly named Monstro of all things, at the end of this movie. You know, for kids. Number 2. Watership Down. Most people love rabbits. If that's how you feel about the cuddly little animals, we suggest you skip this one. Watership Down follows a group of rabbits on their search for a new home. Along the way, they face peril, destruction, and death. Yep, death for the kiddos, why not?
I think he's gone.
We've got you out, Bigwig. You're free. Please don't die.
It's no use.
We got you out.
The film might be animated, but that doesn't stop it from feeling nauseatingly realistic. Watership Down has it all: blood, guts, and violence galore.
You see, the air turned bad. Runs blocked with dead bodies.
The contrast between the gore on screen and the 2D animation style is really difficult to reconcile. More than anything, the film is just extremely unsettling, and we're saying that as adults. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. The Brave Little Toaster. This one made us so sad for inanimate objects.
I'm glad the master has such good appliances.
Yeah, couldn't get any more modern. They're wonderful.
Beetlejuice. Don't say his name.
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
It's showtime.
The Witches. Roald Dahl strikes yet again. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Judge Doom's death haunts us to this day. The Nightmare Before Christmas. Again with the stop motion. When will it end?
What's this? What's this? There's color everywhere. What's this? There's white things in the air. What's this? I can't believe my eyes. I must be dreaming. Wake up, Jack. This isn't fair.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Labyrinth. With Muppet creator Jim Henson and Star Wars creator George Lucas at its helm, you might think that Labyrinth would be perfect for kids. Think again.
Oh no, Merlin. I don't believe it. It's 7 o'clock. Come on.
In the film, Sarah, played by a young Jennifer Connelly, wishes that her baby brother would disappear. The Goblin King, played by David Bowie, suddenly appears and makes her wish come true.
You're him, aren't you? You're the Goblin King. I want my brother back, please, if it's all the same.
What's said is said.
He gives her 13 hours to find and save her brother, but to do so, Sarah has to solve horrifying riddle after horrifying riddle.
Watch out!
Some of the visuals are absolutely petrifying, solidifying this movie as one of the craziest we ever watched as kids.
Come on, come on. We haven't got all day. Well, it's a big decision for her.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.